Hi dear friends, welcome back to Akshadari. I am Devraj. I hope you guys are enjoying Dasara holidays and also learning great and earning great. Today is the 17th October 2023. So days are going very easily and we are moving forward day by day. And I hope you guys are following the tips which I have given in the previous videos and I hope that were very useful for you. If you guys have any doubts or comments, kindly leave the comment in the comment box or write to my email ID aksharadori.india@gmail.com. So before going to start today's newspaper reading, I would request you guys to please subscribe the channel, like and comment. If you like the video, please share with your friends. It may be useful for somebody to utilize the opportunity. So let's start reading the newspaper. Today newspaper. Yes, let's start reading the newspaper and see what's in today's front page. The Hindu, which is very important for the competitive exams and other exams. So this is a front page. SC declines plea to hand a 26-week pregnancy. SC refers electoral bonds case to five-judge constitution bench. Top court cites the importance of issue for the decision. Says it received plea seeking the shift. The case, as scheduled late earlier, will be listed on October 31. HC acquits accused in Nithari killings. Cites shoddy proof. The court said that the possible involvement of organ trade in the case was not investigated. The state comes to get 1,100 megawatt of power. No, the dengue epicenter so far in 2023. The case burden has been spread out across many regions this year. Response time for vehicle petrol vehicles improves. IT department seizes the jewelry and a 94 crore in cash during searches across state. Bangalore wouldn't be able to meet fresh water demand with existing resources, says report. Response time of Hoysala police patrol vehicles improves to 7.15 minutes in Bangalore. From 13 minutes, the response time was brought down to 11 minutes on an average following continued efforts. The response time has been further brought down to 7.15 minutes. Passengers inconvenienced as Purple Line trains are crowded. SC summons Maharani Cluster Varsity VC and register for not paying salary to professor. City wouldn't be able to meet fresh water demand with the existing resources. Reporter promote a green firecrackers says country. Conductor suspended. Rowdy attacks woman after getting address of his rival wrong. Daughter of daily wage earner secures 8 gold medals in Bangalore University. As many as 299 gold medals and 113 cash prizes will be awarded to 193 students at the varsity convocation today. A total of 28,871 students will receive various degrees. Honorary doctorate for Devegowda, ISRO chairman. Two new contraceptives launched in Karnataka. Energy crisis. Excams to get 1,100 megawatt of power from private power generators. Energy Minister conducts a review session with ESCOM aides to assess the current situation. Government is actively procuring additional power from a global ready to cope with surging demand. He says will convene JDS core committee meeting to oppose alliance with BJP. IT raids BJP stages protest as CM dismisses allegations. Venugopal makes sudden visit to Bengaluru, holds consultations with Kage and DKs. While DKs started to downplay Venugopal's sudden visit, speculations are rife that he may have rushed to quell the alleged dissatisfaction among a group of legislatures. As if at fiat on suspension of public servant. Cities' startup ecosystem has had an impact on rural Karnataka's entrepreneurial aspirations. The low women's labor force participation has been slowing India's economic growth, but the future looks positive, says Anand Sri Ganesh. Hindu Antony's book chronicles the phenomenon of denying people at a traditional burial ground. Working with two researchers on the ground, Indu and her team conducted interviews with only 900, nearly 100 people to understand this phenomenon. Decoding the intricacies of rages, the veteran musician traced the composer's contributions to Carnatic music that range from Varnams to Tillanas and Arikatha, Desi dancing. Delve into mixology, when dreams come true, exploring Tulsidas Ramayana. Its family trust under KCR rule, says Rajnath. Defense Minister says that tales of BRS government's corruption are not just being heard in Telangana but also in New Delhi. Addressing public rallies in Maheshwaram and Jurabad, he says KCR family is using political influence for abuse of power. Stresses BJP's role in the formation of the state. SC notice to DKS and CBI plead to continue probe in disproportionate assets case. Ex-TPCC president joins BRS. Notification. Let's read this editorial page written by the experts. The Indian Himalayan region needs its own EIA. The Tista Dam breach in Sikkim in early October and the recent floods and landslides in Himachal Pradesh are a stark reminder of the havoc our developmental model is wreaking on our environment and ecology, especially in the mountains. It is imperative to assess the worthiness of any significant human endeavor in terms of its impact on the environment. The basis of the EIA. Environment Impact Assessment is one such a process defined by the United Nations Environment Program as a tool to identify the environmental, social, and economic impacts of a project before it is implemented. This tool compares various alternatives for the proposed project, predicts and analyzes all possible environmental repercussions in various scenarios. The AIA also helps decide appropriate mitigation strategies. The AIA process would need a comprehensive, reliable data and would deliver results only if it is designed to seek the most appropriate, relevant, and reliable information regarding the project. Hence, the baseline data on the basis of which future likely impacts are being predicted are very crucial. In India, a precursor to the EIA began in 1976 to 77 when the Planning Commission directed the Department of Science and Technology to assess the river valley projects from the environmental point of view. It was later extended for all those projects that required approval from the Public Investment Board. Environment clearance then was just an administrative decision of the central government. On January 27, 1994, the Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change under the Environment Protection Act 1986 EPA promulgated the first EIA notification making environmental clearance mandatory for setting up some specified new projects and also for expansion or modernization of some specific activities. The notification of 1994 saw 12 amendments in 11 years before it was replaced by the EIA 2006 notification. The hallmark of the 2006 notification was the decentralization of the process of EC. State governments were also given powers to issue EC in certain cases. The 2006 notification has also been amended. The name of the fine tuning the process several times. The Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change floated a draft EIA in 2020 for public comments, which created quite a furor as it was perceived to be pro industry and compromising the ecological concerns. Use it diligently. The EIA could be the most potent regulatory tool in the arsenal of environmental governance to further the vision of sustainable development in the country. The EIA 2006 notification lays down the procedure as well as institutional setup to give environmental clearance for the projects that need such a clearance as per this notification. Only projects enumerated in the schedule attached to the notification require prior EC, and EIA is not required for many projects as they do not fall within the ambit of this notification. This notification has categorized projects under various heads such as mining, extraction of natural resources and power generation and physical infrastructure. Unfortunately, the threshold limits behind which EIA is warranted for all these projects is the same across the country. Despite all levels of government being acutely aware of the special needs of the Indian Himalayan region, the region's vulnerabilities and fragility have not been considered separately. While some industries mentioned in the schedule to the notification cannot be set up in the IHR states due to the industrial policies of the respective states, other industries and projects have to meet the same threshold in the rest of the country. Even the draft 2020 notification, which was floated for public discussion, does not treat the IHR differently than the rest of the country and is not cognizant of the special developmental needs of the IHR. Flaws in the graded approach. The Indian regulatory system uses a graded approach, a differentiated risk management approach, depending on whether a project is coming up within a protected forest, a reserved forest, a national park, or a critical tiger habitat. The stringency of environmental conditions proposed in the terms of reference at the scoping stage of the EIA process is proportionate to the value and the sensitivity of the habitat being impacted by the project. One unfortunate miss from this graded approach for differentiated risk management has been the IHR. Despite its special needs and is as an area of immense ecological importance to the entire country, it serves as a water tower and the provider of ecosystem services. This region is treated like any other part of the country. While categorizing projects, it's important that the impacts of all such projects and activities are seen in the IHR in the context of this region's fragility and vulnerability, vice versa, ecology and environment. We have enough systemic understanding that the Himalayas are inherently vulnerable to extreme weather conditions such as heavy rains, flash floods, and landslides and are seismically active. Climate change has added another layer of vulnerability to this ecosystem. Despite this understanding of the fragility and vulnerability of the Himalayas, there is no mention of a different set of environmental standards needed if the project is located in the IHR. The increasing frequency with which the Himalayan states are witnessing devastation every year after extreme weather conditions shows that the region is already paying a heavy price for this difference. The needs of these mountains could be addressed at all four stages of the EIA: screening, scoping, public consultation, and appraisal. If the statistic for projects and activities requiring EC in mountainous regions is made commensurate with the ecological needs of this region. General conditions mandated for all projects at the hand of the notification could also have had a clause about the IHR or mountains above a certain altitude or with some specified characteristics that could increase the liability of the project proponent. What hails the EIA? There is no regulator at the national level, as suggested by the Supreme Court of India in 2011 in Lafarge Umiham Mining Private Limited, Tamil Nadu, Godavarman Tirumulpad versus Union of India to carry out an independent, objective and transparent appraisal and approval of the projects for ECs and to monitor the implementation of the conditions laid down in the EC. The EIA process now reacts to development proposals rather than anticipate them. Due the fact that they are financed by the project proponent, there is a veering in favor of the project. The process now does not adequately consider cumulative impacts as far as impacts caused by several projects in the area are concerned, but does to some extent cover the project's subcomponents or ancillary developments. In many cases, the EIA is done in a box ticking approach manner as a mere formality that needs to be done for EC before a project can be started. The consequences of these limitations are amplified in the IHR as on top of the inherent limitations of the process. The EIA process is not at all cognizant of the special needs of the IHR. Policymakers would do well to explore other tools such as the strategic environmental assessment, which takes into account the cumulative impact of development in an area to address the needs of the IHR as a fundamental policy. Let's go to the next article written by the Avsara Special Duty Research Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister, confronting the long-term risks of artificial intelligence. Let's read this page. Risk is a dynamic and ever evolving concept, susceptible to shifts in societal values, technological advancements, and scientific discoveries. For instance, before the digital age, sharing one's personal details openly we was relatively risk-free. Yet, in the age of cyber attacks and data breaches, the same act is fraught and with dangers. A vivid cinematic example of evolving perceptions of artificial intelligence risk is the film Machina. In the story, an AI named Ava, initially viewed as a marvel of synthetic intelligence, reveals her potential to outwit and manipulate human creators, culminating in unforeseen adults. Such a tale exemplifies how our understanding of AI risk can drastically change as these technologies' capabilities become clearer. This underscores the importance of identifying the short and long term risks. The immediate risks might be more tangible, such as ensuring that an AI system does not malfunction in its day to day tasks. Long term risks might grapple with broader existential questions about AI's role in society and its implications for humanity. Addressing both types of risks requires a multifaceted approach, weighing current challenges against potential future ramifications. Over the long term, the risks that present themselves over the long term are worth looking at. Yuval Noah Harari has expressed concerns about the amalgamation of AI and biotechnology, highlighting the potential to fundamentally alter human existence by manipulating human emotions, thoughts, and desires. And a recent statement by the Center for AI Safety, more than 350 AI professionals have voiced their concerns over the potential risks posed by AI technology. One should be a bit worried about the intermediate and existential risks of more evolved AI systems of the future. For instance, if essential infrastructure such as water and electricity increasingly rely on AI, any malfunction or manipulation of such AI systems could disrupt these pivotal services, potentially hampering societal functions and public well being. Similarly, although seemingly improbable, a runaway AI could cause more harm, such as the manipulation of crucial systems such as water distribution or the altercation of chemical balances in water supplies, which may cause catastrophic repercussions even if such probabilities appear distant. AI skeptics fear these potential existential risks, viewing it as more than just a tool, as a probable catalyst for dire outcomes, possibly leading to extinction. The evolution to human level AI that is capable of outperforming human cognitive tasks will mark a pivotal shift in these risks. Such AIs might undergo rapid self development, culminating in a super intelligence that far outpaces human intellect. The potential of this super intelligence acting on misaligned, corrupted, or malicious goals represents dire scenarios. The challenge lies in aligning AI with universally accepted human values. The rapid pace of AI development, spurred by market pressures, often eclipses safety considerations, raising concerns about unchecked AI development. The world does not have a unified approach. The lack of a unified global approach to AI regulation can be detrimental to the fundamental foundational objective of AI governance. To ensure the long-term safety and ethical deployment of AI technologies, the AI Index from Stanford University reveals that legislative bodies in 127 countries passed 37 laws that included the words artificial intelligence. One of the most celebrated regulations out of these is the European Union AI Act. It adopts a risk based approach, trying the severity of risks to the area of AI deployment. This makes sense when considering AI applications in critical infrastructures, which demand heightened scrutiny. However, trying risk solely to the deployment area is an oversimplified strategy. It might overlook certain risks that are not directly tied to the deployment area. Therefore, while the area specific approach is valuable, is a more holistic view of AI risks is necessary to ensure comprehensive and effective regulation and oversight. However, there is a conspicuous absence of collaboration and cohesive action at the international level, and so long term risks associated with AI cannot be mitigated. If a country such as China does not enact regulations on AI while others do, it would likely gain a competitive edge in terms of AI advancements and deployments. This unregulated progress can lead to the development of AI systems that may be misaligned with global ethical standards, creating a risk of unforeseen and potentially irreversible consequences. This could result in destabilization and conflict, undermining international peace and security. Thus, nations engaging in rigorous AI safety protocols may be at a disadvantage, encouraging a risk to the bottom where safety and ethical considerations are neglected in favor of rapid development and deployment. This uneven playing field can inadvertently encourage other nations to loosen their regulatory framework to maintain competitiveness, thereby further compromising global AI safety. The dangers of military high. Furthermore, the confluence of technology with warfare amplifies long term risks. Addressing the perils of military AI is crucial. The international community has formed treaties such as the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons to manage such potent technologies, demonstrating that establishing global norms for AI in warfare is a pressing but attainable goal. Treaties such as the Chemical Weapons Convention are further examples of international accord in restricting hazardous technologies. Nations must delineate where AI deployment is unacceptable and impose clear norms for its role in warfare. In this ever evolving landscape of AI risks, the world must remember that our choices today will shape the world we inherit tomorrow. Delay as tactic. The center should stick to timelines to avoid friction with the collegium. For more Dalit Adivasi presence in India. The Congress misplaced confidence. There is still infighting in the party while the CPI is on a strong wicket. No dengue epicenter so far in 2023. Cases spread across India. Chhattisgarh recorded a disproportionately high death rate. Thought it formed the lowest share of dengue cases in recent years. Egypt once Israel face up missile war. Pilfering of newspapers. Center revokes IIPS director's suspension after he resigns. Suspension of KS James was lifted on the basis of what the health ministry termed material changes in the circumstances. Another order said he had tendered his resignation on August 7 owing to personal grounds, which was accepted. CJI agrees to look into NewsClick founder's plea. Full bonds case referred to Constitution Bench. HC acquits accused in Nithari killings. CBI files charge sheet against six accused in Manipur sexual violence case of May 4th. Mahua Denise Cash for inquiry charge sends a legal notice. Justice Mridul appointed CJ of Manipur High Court. SC verdict on same-sex marriage case slated today. Court issues notice to RS Secretariat over AIP MP suspension. US-based advocacy groups are raising coins for minority rights being blocked on X in India. Will measure Congress strengths in UP, says SP. Practical issues in teaming up with SP in Madhya Pradesh North. Shaw digs up lynching incident during rally. Congress seeks EC action. Israel matters more than Manipur for Modi. Rahul in poll bound Mizoram. 21st first timers in Congress first list of Mizoram. Opposition leaders meet Palestine ambassador to express solidarity. Court declines abortion plea, says it can't stop heartbeat of viable fetus. The beach bench says the petitioner can't claim an absolute overriding right to abort when report claims there is no threat to her life. Government said she was well past the abortion limit of 24 weeks under the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. She is physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, and medically unable to carry, deliver, or raise a child. She is in depression after the birth of her second child. There is no longer a case of pro-life, or pro-choice. She cannot medically terminate the child now. The choice is now between a preterm or a full-time term delivery. SpiceJet flight to Tel Aviv develops snag after landing. Five logging victims refused to take I-8 from policemen. Freedom of speech must be protected. Media bodies. Two laboratories in India take majority of cough syrup samples for testing. Gaganyaan test flight to commence at 7 a.m. on October 21. Modi speaks to Pichai, Lords Google's manufacturing plans. Freedom of speech must be protected. Media bodies. Five detained after class in Aligarh during Shobha Yatra. Pray Thayar this Navratri. Wholesale prices stayed almost flat in September. Cheaper vegetables helped ease food price rise to 1.5% despite accelerated uptick in pulses. Wheat, cereals, fruits, milk prices, onion prices quicker to cross 55% in September from 31.4% in August. Bank of Maharashtra Q2 net profit soars 72% to 920 crore. Coal India raises supply to power units in October first half. Federal Bank Q2 net profit jumps 36% to 953.8 crore. HDFC Bank Q2 net nears was 16,000 crore on merger with parent. Some Russia oil payments are said to be held up over yuan issue. Petrol diesel sales are dip ahead of festivals. Basmati rice growers face loss as high floor price rents exports. Bihar woos investors with road shoes. Israel military reconfirms 199 hostages abducted by Hamas. Arab League chief demands an end to Gaza military operations. Blinken seeks comment from a common front in Israel after tour of Arab nations. 11 Palestinian journalists killed, 20 injured in Gaza war, says Union. Gaza hospitals reach a breaking point as Israeli ground invasion looms. Muslim boy killed, women injured in Illinois hate crime motivated by Gaza war. Court orders partial gag order against Trump in poll case. Youngest ever president-elect in Ecuador vows to restore peace. Poland pro-EU opposition tip to win parliament polls. Rahane helps Mumbai get up to a winning start. City of Bliss takes the honors in Picha events. Strong wind topples hoardings at the Ikana Stadium. I was under the weather before the Sri Lanka game, reveals Jampa. Dharmashala outfield probably better than most Lands coach. We wouldn't cake them lightly, says Bhauma about the Dutchman. Jampa triggers Lanka's fall before Marsh. English give Ashes first win. South Africa starts favorite against spirited Netherlands. The tournament, despite its early days, caveat, has finally come alive. Cricket gets a shot in the arm as IOC approves it for 2028 LA Olympics. Besides the Willow game, which will be played in the 2020 format, squash, baseball, softball, lacrosse, and flag football included by the International Olympic Committee. During its 141st session, cricket will be a six-team affair with YOC or the ICC yet to be decide on a qualifier format. Ramachandran and Josna thrilled at squash getting the note. Purpose of including cricket was to bring high-profile players. Host Punjab scuttles Bengal's chance. BCCI welcomes cricket's inclusion in the Olympics. Scotland, Spain, and Turkey make the grade. Bumrah a maverick in the pantheon of Indian speed merchants. The pacer from Gujarat as the required tool to trouble top batters across the world, but needs to be mindful of his body as India's World Cup campaign and many other battles rest on his lightning strikes. How do some cancer cells survive chemo? Scientists discover a way. New finding highlight the need for more research to uncover the ways in which cancer cells express our silence genes. By revealing how some cells develop a taxol resistance, the case study also opens a door for researchers to develop new ways to ensure anti-cancer drugs remain potent. The Bumrah ball to see energy law in action. And what spine to equate to make you sit text and context. These are last two pages little important for the current events. Saudi Arabia's crude exports for the month of August 5.5 in million barrels per day. Dip in automobile exports during first half of the fiscal year 17%. The expected economic growth of India in 2022 to 24. The ADB loan for building infrastructure in Ahmedabad. The amount collected from the disposal of scrap. Bangalore waste management plan. What is the amount of waste that the city generates in a day, and how much is the existing capacity of waste processing facilities? Why have locals called for the closure of existing waste management plants? How will farmers profit from the setting up of new waste facilities? Palliative care, a way to reduce financial distress for people with life limiting diseases. It is a moral obligation of the health system to take care of people, especially when they are suffering from lifelong and life limiting illnesses. Early initiation of palliative care in patients with advanced disease has shown to reduce health expenditure by up to 25%. A quiz on the history of the Gaza Strip, which is making a global headlines because of the armed conflict between the state of Israel and Hamas. This is the last page, guys. If you want to read about this, the healthcare page, you guys can read. and don't forget to continue for 2 hours a day, each and every day, to make you better in communication. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the newspaper reading, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like and comment. If you like the video, please share with your friends. It may useful for somebody to utilize the opportunity. And see you in the upcoming videos. Have a great day. Bye bye. Take care.